I'm finally back, guys. It's been a long time since you've seen me. I know. I haven't made a YouTube video, Storytime video in a while, so I figured why not come back and do it. So, this Storytime is called When I Was Almost Robbed. And to be exactly clear, we weren't sure if this man was going to rob us, but me, my friend Jazz, and my friend Kaylin, you may have seen them in the trip to Miami video. This actually happened. We were in our trip to Miami. We were at a gas station, and I'm just gonna get into it because it's crazy. But needless to say, it was I want to say the third day that we were at in Miami, and we just got back from shopping at one of the places we were going shopping at. I can't even remember where it was. It was like a nice little walk-through place, but we had to stop and get gas. So we were like trying to find gas stations, and where we were, there was only like two gas stations, and they were like far. So we were just like, okay, we're just gonna try to look for the closest one because one of them was torn down. So as soon as we got to the torn down gas station, we're like, seriously, like we were like running really low on gas. Like if we didn't get gas at that moment, like the car might have shut off. We would have been straight on the side of the road. And I'm like, I am too pretty to be sitting on the side of the road. Like, hello, can somebody help, please? Hi. So we decided just to be like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go to this gas station right here. There was one right down the street, and it was really close. I don't think either any of us realized that we were in kind of like a bad part of the neighborhood at that point, because we were just like, whatever. Like we're just trying to get gas. We weren't really looking around our surroundings. That was mistake number one. So we get to this gas station. Immediately when you pull up, there's the gas station on the right side, and straight straight ahead there is a neighborhood that didn't look too friendly. So I get out the car because I mean like it was my turn to fill up the gas tank. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go fill it up. Um, and then as I was trying to like fill up the tank, I had to get my card because I realized I left it in the car. But this guy like walks right next to me, and he's like, "Hey man, you know you need to fill up your tank." I'm gonna call him. We're gonna call this guy. Hmm. We're gonna call him Grouch. We're gonna call him Grouch. So Grouch walks up next to us. Well, next to me because I was the only one out of the car, and he's like, "You know you need to fill up your gas tank, son. Yeah, if you're trying to fill up your gas tank, you need to press this button and this button." And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, is he talking to me? Like, there's no way he's talking to me. Why is he walking right up to us? Like, doesn't even know us, and he's telling me what to do. Like, I've never filled up a tank before. He's telling me things that like everyone knows how to do. He's like, you need to press this button if you want to do regular gas, and this button if you want to do premium. Which one you trying to do? And in my head, I'm like, sir, I know how to fill my tank. I've been filling my tank for like 5 years. I know how to fill up my own tank, but I'm very like with people because I don't, you never know how crazy someone is, and I'm sure you guys know. So I was just kind of like, okay, thank you, thank you, sir. And then I try to like go in the car and then Jasmine's calling me because I think she realized before I did that this man is probably homeless. He was standing around when we got there and then walked up to me, and then I remember my car didn't work, so I had to go inside. So the guy's like, "Your car didn't work, man. You need to go inside." And in my head, I was like, "Okay, this guy must be like a worker. Like he must work here. He must help people out because maybe the thing doesn't work, so he directs people." But I think Jasmine kind of realized before I did that something was wrong. So she keeps calling me, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, cause I think she realized that this guy is bad news. Grouch is bad news. So I'm trying to walk inside, and as I'm like walking toward the gas station to get inside, this guy is like standing there, like loitering on the gas station, and he's like, "Do you have any money?" And I'm gonna call him 50 Cent, but like 50 Cent after he didn't have that music career going for a while. So fake 50 Cent is like, "You got any money, kid? you got any spare change? And I'm like, no, no, I don't. Like, cause I don't, everyone does that. Like, you don't want to be rude, but you also are kind of like, this guy could be sketchy too. Like, there's a guy over there being sketchy. This guy's probably sketchy too. But I figured in my head, I was thinking like, maybe if this guy, like, if I give him 50 cents and the other guy tries attacking me or something, because that's when it finally clicked in my head, like, that guy's not working here, like, something's wrong. Then maybe the other guy who I gave 50 cents to will have our back, because he seemed like a nice guy, even. He just seemed like a nice guy who was, like, down on his luck. So I go to my car, I try to look for some change. Jasmine's like, what's going on? I'm like, just relax, I got this, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Couldn't find change, so I get out the car with my car just to go inside and fill up my tank. And I tell the guy like, sorry, I don't have any change. He's like, it's cool. I go inside. I'm like, hey, I need gas. He, filled up the tank, blah blah blah. And it didn't even register. Like, I should have told the store clerk, like, there's a bunch of people loitering outside, and I feel really uncomfortable. Like, if I did that, this whole situation probably would have just been blown, and like it wouldn't have been as serious as it was. But I get out. I just tell him like, hey, I'm trying to fill up my tank. Just because in my head, I'm like, I just want to get out of here. Like, I don't know where I am. I don't know. I'm not familiar, and I'm not a local here, so I need to go. So I go back to the gas tank, and I'm just filling up my tank, whatever. And then the guy comes back. Grouch comes back, and I'm like, oh my god, what do you want now? So Grouch is just talking. I don't know what he's talking about. He starting to freak me out. Like, my heart starts racing, my brain is starting to go blank. Like, my animal instincts are kicking in. The fight or flight. My fight or flight senses are starting to kick in. I was like, this is not a good situation to be in right now. And I remember all I hear is the door open in the backseat of my car, and it's little Jasmine. And if anyone who doesn't know Jasmine Torres, she makes YouTube videos as well. You should check out her channel. I'll link it down below. She is this little Hispanic girl, pretty as ever, but she will curse a bitch out really quick. So she, short girl, and she comes out, I'm gonna show you, she comes out with her shoe. She comes out with her little shoe, and she's like, she has a heel just like this, and she's like, are you good? Do you need my help? Are you okay? Are you good? And like, I'm in like shut down mode, so in my head I'm just like freaking out, but on the outside I'm like, Jasmine, just go back to the car, just go back to the car. And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure you're good? Because if you're not okay, I was like, no, I'm good, just get back in the car. Because in my head I'm thinking like, I don't want anything to happen to Jazz, because this old man over here could hurt her. Like, I don't know who this man is. This man could be crazy. Like, so she gets back in the car. The tank's almost full, and then finally the guy, like, I think he saw Jasmine come out with her little shoe, like this. And I don't know if that actually intimidated him, but he stopped coming over. He left us alone. I don't know where he went. He probably crawled back in his deep dark hole of wherever the fuck he came from, out of literally the sky. And then we get in the car and we drive off, and we were, in my head, I'm still freaking out. I'm still shaking, because I'm like, that man could have went up to me, shanked me, shot me. I could have been gone. I could have been dead. And I told Jasmine and Caitlin, I was like, if I died, I want you guys to keep going. And they were like, no, we're not leaving you behind. So that's my story. It was pretty scary. I've never had something happen that, like, to me before that was that tragic. I'm normally, aware of my surroundings, but when you go on vacation, you guys need to be very careful about where you are and know where you are, and, be safe. Just be safe. So, tell me about your experience. Have you guys ever had anything traumatic happen to you, or anything scary? Tell me in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, my Instagram is jaybird_love, and my Facebook is Javon Love. I'll link it down below as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, and I'll see you next time. Also, let me know any ideas that you guys want, to see from my channel, or anything I can do to entertain you guys, because I'd love to hear it. Alright, bye guys.